Now let's try it. Okay, okay. Yep, we here now. We ain't going nowhere else now. Yep. Matter of fact, I'm about to drop the link. I'm about to drop the link right in the chat if you want to join us on this stage. If you can join us now on the stage and chop it up with us. Cause this is that this impromptu. As soon as I see Dwayne pop up, and we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna chop it up straight up and down for a little bit. But uh man, but you had a good question though. You said, but how does that relate to dating that doesn't include sex? Right. Sex is not included. That's the thing. But I'm gonna tell you what got me though is that a lot of y'all today kept saying sex, and neither of the men ever said anything about sex. That's what was getting me. Neither of us men never said anything about sex when we was talking about dating multiple men. We literally I literally was just saying dating, going out entertaining these men on these dates. That's what I was saying. But we noticed a whole bunch of, well, just because a woman go out on multiple dates don't mean she's sexing anybody. Why did y'all jump to conclusion, ladies? Why did y'all jump to conclusion, ladies? That's the question that needs to be asked. Why were y'all jumping to conclusions about men just men just date multiples? Uh-oh. No, there go Dwayne. We bring him in. So yeah, what did you notice that though, Dwayne? How when every time we say you shouldn't date multiples, they kept going straight to saying, well, just because one don't date multiples don't mean they having sex with them.
They feel guilty. That's why. That's all.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because I don't know why they were saying it. Y'all didn't, but some other fella did. Oh, I know they talk about trail money, but at the end of the day, it is some truth to that.
Yep.
You can't tell me, that every woman that's out here going on dates ain't busting down on the first date.
Yes, sir.
First date. First date. We ain't even talking about the other 3, 4, 5 dates. I'm talking about the first date, she busting down.
Hmm. Yeah, because they wanna be able to, as they say, do as thou wilt, run they show, do whatever they want to do. And then when all the confusion come out of it and all the heartache come out of it, then it's men, this men, this men, that. Because of course they ain't gonna never take no accountability.
You said they walk on us for sure. What you talking about? They walk on us.
Who you talk somebody in the audience?
Yeah, Shonda, she in the chat.
Straight up.
Yeah, Shonda in the chat. I dropped the link. Oh, my bad. I didn't drop it on Facebook. Let me put the link. You should be to see that link though, but I'm gonna go to Facebook and I'm gonna drop the link. Hold on, let me drop the link. Come join us, Shonda. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Oh, you see, oh, they walk amongst us for sure. Oh, okay, I got you. I got what you're saying. Yeah, so I mean, but that wasn't even, that wasn't even what we was getting at. What I was really getting at is the fact that that I've been talking about ever since that Will Smith smacking Chris. We've been talking about the whispering. Who's whispering in your ear? The thing is that when we talk about whispering, is that that's a gateway. Okay, that is a gateway into your heart, into your mind. What more precious? I mean, to get in. I mean, pretty much once a man got in your heart and your mind, you might as well open up the legs.
Facts.
It's just that simple. You might as well open up the legs once he didn't got into your heart and mind. Open up the legs. Now I had another young lady. She was on. Another young lady was on. Maybe the first one that I had you on with me, Dwayne, and I was quoting that scripture about directing your path. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledge him. And you know what she said? She was like, she already know. She said she already know when the dude come up what he on. And that's what I'm saying. Like when you talking to a man, when you talking to a man, or I mean, when a man first walk up to a woman, women got their spiritual intuition to where they already know this nigga wants some sex. This nigga, he want my time. He just want to talk to me. He want to, you know what I'm saying? He want to just BS me. They already know. So if you already know, that'll let you know whether you want to move forward or not with that man.
Exactly. And like I was it's like I was telling your cousin a second ago. She was asking me to elaborate about these words because that's what I was talking about before you went down. And I was breaking down to her. The world was formed off words. It was formed off words. Where I'm sitting right now, at this table, just me chilling, watching
Uh-huh.
games. What if a woman was here? We will be exchanging words. That's where it starts. If I'm walking you in the park, we exchanging words as we walking through the park. Whatever we're doing, the words start everything. And one thing I do agree with what Shonda said is that, okay, if you deal with the words, which is the start, then like Shonda said, that's where you as a woman or as a man can choose to stick it out or not stick it out because the person is showing you something and there's a spiritual exchange before you that's happening between you. So if me and Shonda are dealing with each other before we even lay down, whether it's married, whether it's just we decide to do it, our words started orgasms before we ever laid down with each other.
Facts.
If we're doing
Total,
something
total facts.
if we're doing something right, there is a connection between us before we even lay down. That's what sparks us to get to the bedroom. Because now there's an experience happening between both of us. But that experience starts with our words. And that's what I was trying to break down to Shonda earlier.
Facts.
Yeah, and I understood that much. But my question is more like when you're starting to date someone, and if you're dating, I'm not one of those like speed dating type people. No way. I feel like you take the time to get to know somebody, and if what y'all saying to each other is not clicking, you let that go and you move on to the next. But if while you're communicating with somebody, someone else that you just happen to meet, it's not like you're actively going out to date multiple people. I don't think anybody should enter into it with that mindset. Like, I'm gonna be out here dating. What was they saying? Date them all.
Right.
Ate them
I'm not
all.
gonna be out here trying to date them all. But if I'm dating one guy and somebody else piques my interest for whatever reason, if the first guy hasn't given me a reason to dismiss him, and this other guy hasn't given me a reason to not listen to what he's saying, I don't see a big issue in communicating with both of them to see, like, maybe I may be getting along. Like you say, some people are in marriages and they proud of just getting along with each other. So maybe I may just be getting along with you, but I'm not having that spark. And there's nothing wrong with the person. Like, it's a decent enough person, but I want to explore what this other person has to offer because I realize there's not a spark here, but there may be one over there. But I'm not willing to let this go because it hasn't ran its complete course.
So
You
you
know
want
what
you
I'm
want them
saying?
both. You want them both.
Not that I want them both. I'm just trying to see which one more closely meets what I'm looking for as far as, do our morals match up? Do our beliefs match up?
But if the spark is gone, then so should you.
Not necessarily the spark is gone. Like, I just haven't been around them enough to know if one could ignite.
Okay, okay, all right. If one could ignite, so you just weighing options. You weighing options right now.
Right. And I don't think it's anything wrong with that. You got to think about it. It was a point in time where women were courted. Like, it was a courting season. And men would come approach this woman. I mean, we've done away with a lot of things that should not have been done away with. Chaperones, for instance.
But do you really know how the dating it was really, and I'm gonna have to stop saying the word dating because do you really know how it was back in the day? I'm about to take you down memory lane. This is how it was back in the day. My name is Tyron Joe, and your name, sir, is Mr. Williams. I got my eyes on your daughter, sir, and I have a house that sits up on a hill. I own my own company. I also have two new trucks, and I'm looking to expand. But I would love to take your daughter's hand in marriage. Stop right there. You know what happened next? The father, he looked into it to see if everything you just said to him was you telling the truth. He looked into, oh well, he owns the house. He do own his own business. Oh yeah, those vehicles are here, so he can transport her. And he got such money in the bank. All right, cool. Everything checks out. Hey, call such and such in the room real quick. Hey, I'm gonna let you go. Be with such and such the other day to make sure you guys are a good fit. After that, we're gonna marry you guys off. That's exactly how it happened.
Yes and no.
That's how it was with my grandma.
I'm talking further back than that.
My grandma was 13, 14 years old when she had her first child. Got married off at that age. And that
I'm
was the end.
I'm
That was,
I'm
that was
I'm
the end of
thinking
it.
even further back than that.
They
Courting
did that
seasons
back
were
then
a
too.
thing. They would present their daughters, and then men would come a
Yeah,
courting,
right.
and each man had an opportunity. And 9 times out of 10, the woman was seeing multiple men, and the men were only courting that one young lady to see if their fathers would approve, to see if the young lady and them were compatible. So it's not unheard of for women to have options and for them to choose from that group of options.
But
But
they courted the father. They
it
really
was
courted
done in
the
a
father first.
different way. There were chaperones. It was unheard of for a man and woman to be alone together like that.
Right, right. That was
So
unheard of.
so her having these options to weigh, men coming in daily during the courting season after she's been presented, and that's when she made her decision. That's when her father was like, okay, he can provide for you. Fathers aren't choosing husbands anymore. There are no more chaperone dates.
Tell you the
We
truth.
out here in the wild.
Facts. Facts. It's every
We
man for
are out here in
himself.
the wild. And it's like, okay, he seemed nice, but he seemed nice too. I don't I asked my daddy 5 years ago to find me a husband, and he laughed in my face.
Oh man, I
He,
know cuz ain't on that.
he told me the men of your era aren't the men of mine.
That's facts. That's
He
facts.
said, I'm not gonna be able to find you a husband that I would consider suitable for you.
Facts.
So and it's just not being done like that anymore. So we out here on our own. And like you say, the dating game, I don't consider it a game. It's not a game. What are we playing at? I'm 41 years old. I can't play no more.
Yo, well, your
Right.
person's talking
Right.
about the
You
game all day today.
41,
That's what they all
cuz.
refer to it.
You
Yeah.
know, so all your playtime is over with. But you still got mugs out here in their 40s that think they can get away with a little playtime. You know what I mean?
I don't play with nobody no more. I
I
just
know.
don't.
I know you said
And
you got to a
I'm not
man though,
trying to
don't
date 10 different men. Like, I'm not trying to date them all. I'm just trying to date one.
you? You
Like,
got one man, don't you? Come on, tell the truth. You ain't with that nigga no more.
he ain't a nigga.
Are you with him?
Yeah.
So what's all this eye rolling and all that? What's all that?
Because I told you before, he keep one foot on the banana peel.
Come on, man. Come on, cuz. Quit that.
And you know, I look, I'm not saying y'all say this, but I have these conversations. I mean, I got two brothers. I'm the only girl. I was raised in the house with my mom and daddy together.
Yeah.
So I hear certain things, and men tell me this all the time. You must not have a daddy. You must not have a daddy. No, I have a father, and that's the reason I know when I'm looking at tomfoolery.
Okay. Are you explaining the banana peel right now?
Yes. I
Okay.
know when I'm looking at tomfoolery, I know when things don't add up. I know a man when he says he's gonna do something, nothing but death can keep him from it. I don't understand a man making promises that he don't keep. I don't understand that type of behavior. I'm used to being around men of their word.
Okay, let me. How many chances does a man get to fail on his promise before you let him go?
And that's why he's 1 foot on the banana peel at all times, because he don't. He say a lot of stuff that he don't follow through on.
And you still with him? See, see,
Mm-mm.
see. That's why you got a little cuz here. Cause see, I can help you find that mate because right now, according to what you saying, you should have been done with him if he not coming through on his promise.
I'm not
King
gonna say.
Dwayne, King Dwayne.
You said what now? I didn't hear that.
Hey, she said she with a man right now.
Okay,
She said he got 1 foot on the banana peel because he's not following up on his promises. He making a lot of promises he ain't following up on. And I asked her why she's still with him. And she said his foot on the banana peel. And I said the minute he would have stopped coming through on all his promises, you should have been let him go.
exactly. I mean, that's easy. That's what we go back to the whole words thing, and then it's just like there are a lot of women that are the heart of their complaints come because of stories like this. When you dig and dig and dig, a lot of their vitriol comes because I heard a wise man once say, more often than not, you're not even really mad at the person. You mad because you keep looking at yourself, realizing I keep going for this foolishness. She already admitted what she going for. So sounds like Shonda mad at Shonda. Don't keep going for it. Just like every other female that do that.
But see, that's the thing. I think I'm not mad. I want you to know that that's pretty much the point I wanted to make. I'm not angry. I'm not mad. I read y'all stuff and I'm like, I see valid in it. I see where it's valid, where it's valid. But I also see some things that be like, mm-mm, mm-mm. Because it feels like, and if I'm wrong, I'll admit it, and you can point it out. It feels like you put women in general under an umbrella, and all women don't behave or act or react the way that you necessarily describe it. Because the young guy, what did you say? Something money?
Trail money.
He made a comment that was just, and I said something. I, I, I responded, but the thing was like, who are these women? Who are these women sleeping with 10 men a month? You know how many? That's over 2 men a week. That's a lot.
But you wanna know reality though, cuz there are women that's sleeping with over 10 men a
That,
month.
that is a rarity. That is not the norm. At least not in my circle of friends. It's just not the norm. That's
I give you
excessive.
that. I give you that not in your circle of friends. But I know some women, okay, maybe not 10, but I know some women they getting it in.
Because 10 a month, that's whorish behavior. And to
Fact.
me, if he know multiple women who's doing that, that speaks a lot about who he is as a person, who he surrounds himself with. If you know more than, in my opinion, if you know more than one woman who's sleeping with 10 plus men, 10 plus different men in a month, why are you hanging around that many women who have that type of behavior? She's a whore and you're a whoremonger.
Wait, how could I be a whoremonger if she ain't having sex with me?
You find pleasure in hanging around whores.
Well, I mean, I didn't say I was hanging around them.
I'm not
I
saying
know, I
you
know
in
what's going
particular. I'm
on.
saying anybody who's hanging around multiple women who are sleeping with that many men. And then he said something along the lines, been sleeping with 10 men a month since she was 15. I don't know. Not one woman that's doing that. Who been
All right,
doing it since they
okay,
was 15.
okay,
A
maybe
lot.
that was some exaggeration. All right, maybe it's some
And that's what I said.
exaggeration.
I told him, I said, this is an exaggeration. That's an extreme and it's rare. That's not the norm.
Okay, so we're gonna drop it down. We're gonna drop it down from 10 to about 1 to 2 men a month. Let's go from 15 to
That's
20,
still
21 years old.
that's still 12 to 24 men a year. That's
But
a
I
lot.
now I do know women that's knocking down at least about 2 to 3 niggas a month. So I do know that. I know that.
Yeah,
I
that
know a
adds up.
couple.
That adds
What
up.
would you say, Dwayne?
I say that adds
Yeah,
up, man.
that's 24 men a month, a year. That's 24.
That's a lot. That's a
Who
lot.
is sleeping with 24 men in a year?
You'd be
Nobody.
surprised. You'd be surprised.
Prostitutes.
Yeah, I'll be. Nah, it ain't just that.
Now some of these mugs
Oh, no,
they
no, no. No,
they
no, no.
working on
They're
executive office.
prostitutes.
it, it
They may not all be cash exchange prostitutes, but they're prostitutes. Believe that. They getting something out of it.
so then
Oh
when the
yeah,
scallywags are called out, why do all of y'all jump up as if it's all about all y'all then?
Be-
When
because
specific
the more y'all
folks are
talk, the
called
more
out,
y'all be like, women, women, women. Y'all
but
don't just say
but among
scallywags.
but the thing
Keep
is,
it at the scallywags. Don't say
yeah,
women
well,
because women don't do that. Whores do that.
well, see, this is the thing, and Ty already know amongst our circle, we already have a running joke. When we say that, it's because we want to get a reaction. And we know that there's going to be a certain type of people that are going to react. I know so many people that hit at women and they on sidebar, all these women behind closed doors, like, we know y'all ain't talking about us, so we're never going to respond. So why do everybody else try to fight for womankind if you know that you're the minority? You're the minority. So why even comment? Because we're trying to expose the scallywags. That's why
right.
we word it like that. Because we know
Hmm.
that feminists are going to fight for women. They don't care about y'all. They gonna fight for the cause off of what you just said. So we expose it every time because that's what we own. So we know who we talking about.
I'm just saying, everybody don't. I get what you're saying. Like a hit dog a holler every time. Every time.
Thomas Senior, can you hear?
Yeah, I can
Okay,
hear
I
you.
can hear you. Okay, okay. All right. So let me ask you, Thomasina. I gotta ask you. When you hear, man, I forgot what we was talking about. Okay, all right. No, I got let me get your opinion on the post that I made earlier where I was saying some of the worst advice I heard was sis date them all. Give me your take on that.
Hmm. My take, honestly, it's a lot of women out here that's doing that. I've seen it, I've noticed it, but that don't mean everybody has to do it. Everybody don't do it. Real women, okay, yeah, it's women out here that's dating them all, but that don't mean they giving it who watch a crew. They just talking to different people, just like men do. Some men giving it up, some men ain't. It's women are acting like men more and more each day. That's my opinion on that.
Hey, you know what? I totally agree. There's an abundance and overload of masculine energy. Uh, let me ask you this. Okay, women, in my humble opinion, women I believe have spiritual intuition, meaning that when a man come up to you to say, "Hello, my name is," y'all already know what he on. What's your take
Women
on
that
that?
know they worth, women that know their worth, and women that know who they are can tell the type of man that they're dealing with. But women that does not know who they are cannot tell what they are dealing with that particular man.
Oh. See, and
I'm
this
just gonna
this
be
this is
real.
all we was trying to get at. This is all I was trying to get at earlier when I was talking about when I heard that sis date them all. Like, no, man, don't date them all because I mean, when you date them all or whatever, as far as what they call the interview process, you entertaining spirits. And once that spirit get into your mind, you might as well open up the legs because he got that too.
Yeah, if she ain't strong minded though.
I was just
That's
gonna
only with
say that. I was
not
just
strong
gonna say
minded
that.
women.
It's not always about the strong mindedness.
No, not just about the strong minded.
It's not.
The interview process is to get to know you. If and I'm just doing that, getting to know you. That whole absorbing your thought process and allowing all of that goes when I decide to be in a committed relationship with you. I'm not going to let anybody infiltrate my thought process or my mind who I'm not ready to be serious with. When I'm ready to say goodbye to everybody else, then you get that privilege.
Okay, I can see where she going with that.
But see,
That ain't never, that ain't never happened. I mean, I hate to say this, but in all my dating experience, that ain't never happened. Yes, I done dated women that was entertaining other niggas too. And when I told them some things, I don't even want to get deep off into it, but really, I ain't really had to deal with too many women like that. Like the minute we went on the first date, they like, hallelujah, I'm done, cause there's one chick, all I had to do was answer a few questions for her, and she was done with all the other niggas. Do you want to get married sometime? Yep. Do you want to have kids? Yep. Okay. So
because most dudes scared to have those conversations because they not about the real thing. They avoid
Exactly.
conversations.
But
So
yeah, you still, and that's the thing. If you are saying what she wants to hear unsincerely, that's an issue. Of course, if you're saying what she want to hear, and you know a woman at a certain point does want to get married, most, not all, want to have a family. So if
Right.
you feeding that to them, of course they like, I'm about to let all of them go. This one is the one. But
I'm gonna tell you
if,
what she
if,
said.
if if she can weave through what you saying and be like, he ain't about nothing. He's saying this, but is he gonna follow through? Is he gonna do this? You gotta have a time frame for things to start to happen. And it don't take a man forever to know if he wanna make you his forever.
Nope.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. I mean, I ain't gonna tell you the whole story, but seriously, I was looking at this young lady as potential, and so she said, dude, which said she said, she wasn't asking me, do I want to marry her or do I want to have kids with her? She asked me, is one of your goals being married? So you gotta listen, you gotta pay attention to context. I said, yes. She says, is another one of your goals having children? I said, yes. It wasn't, do you see yourself marrying me? Do you see yourself having children with me? Actually, I wouldn't have a problem with having children with her. But here's the situation. Here's the situation. She told me later on down the line, she was like, the first day I met you, I called, told my mama, and I text my girlfriends and I said, I think I done met my husband. So she already with her spiritual intuition, she already had up in her mind that I was the one on the first day. She used the spiritual intuition on the first day. The first day she met me, she was saying that. But some things happened down the line where we had to renegotiate, and Muggs wasn't willing to do this, so we had to call it quits.
mm,
Hmm. Okay. But see, men have that spiritual intuition just like women do.
facts.
Men know if they want to marry a woman when they meet her too. And then down the line, as you just said, some things might transpire to change everything.
Thomas saying, stop trying to give away the game.
Oh, my bad.
She tried to give away the game. That ain't right.
I'm not. No, I'm just being a realist. Y'all want me to tell you the truth or lie to you? It
You
don't
know,
matter because I prefer to tell
I'm
the
gonna say
truth.
this though. I'm gonna say this. Out of all the women I have met and been with, it's only a few. When I looked at them, I was like, I can see wifey. You know what I'm saying? I can see a mother. But all the other ones, I couldn't see nothing. It was like a purple haze. It was a purple haze over my eyes. I couldn't see nothing. I was just
But
Uh,
you
like,
kept going right around. You kept going until you got tired, right?
well, most definitely I kept going. What I'm supposed to
Exactly.
do? What I'm supposed to do?
And keep going in that situation is leading her on.
No,
Exactly.
no, cause see,
Because
see,
at this point
Okay,
in
what y'all
our lives, if you talking about in your 20s, that's one thing. But at this point in our lives, we
that's
should be
one.
dating with intentions.
That's one, the 20s. And then also me, I'm well, cause I'm outspoken. So I tell the women down like, well, you know what, I really don't want a relationship, but if you want to keep knocking boots, you're more than welcome. And then they be like, all right, okay, let's do that. So I know the leading on thing. Nah, ain't no woman gonna say I done let them on. I give
Okay.
I send them a cash out. Any woman that's watching right now, if you said if we dated and you felt I led you on, I'll send you a $5 cash out right now.
You'd be
I
surprised
done
how
led
many
men
women
on.
feel led on,
Like,
though. You'd be very surprised how many women felt like this was real. And
hmm
it's a shocking amount of women who will agree to continue a sexual relationship with a man because they think that they gonna push them into an actual
marriage.
relationship.
I had a woman try that one time. I had a woman try that,
I
and
don't know what you.
I'm like,
I
I
can't
told you,
understand what you're saying.
you can't hear
it's
me.
it's more than thinking something though. There's a seed that has been planted. This go all the
hmm
what I was talking to with Shonda earlier. I mean,
I
you
I can't understand what you're saying.
by the time you lay down with a person, the
She
seed.
said she can't understand you.
You either, Tyra.
Maybe come back in, Shonda.
What she say she ain't understand.
She said she can't. I guess we not sounding clear to her.
Y'all voices are distorted.
Oh, straight up.
Thomasina, do we hold on? Do we sound distorted, Thomasina?
I heard everybody clear.
Oh, okay.
Shonda, you might need to go out and come back in.
There you go. It came back as
All
you
Okay.
were
right,
saying
okay,
that.
okay, okay.
Yeah, but yeah,
Now, go
like
ahead,
I,
Dwayne.
yeah, like I was talking to Shonda earlier. I was telling her like everything start with a seed. I mean, like I say, people could pick and choose if they believe in a God or a Yahweh or whatever the case may be. But the world was formed off words, so I don't understand why people think that somewhere down the line it just got lost. We
Words hold power.
exactly the power in life lie in the tongue, like power, life, and death lie in the tongue. You literally, uh, can people try it? You shouldn't do it, but people try to spew blessings and curses out the same mouth. So when you talk about not coming through on your words, well, for the most part, men are expected to come through on their word more than a woman, and this is why, because we are the Lord. We are the Lord in relationship. And I'm not just saying some mythical thing. His holy scriptures say this. Men are him. We are his representation in any marriage and any family. We are the seed carriers. So family and its foundation starts with us. So
True.
by the time we get through with all our bumping our head or whatever the case may be, when a man knows he's ready to start a family is this. When he's full of the wisdom from what he's went through what Thomasina was talking about earlier when she said the 20s. Yes, those are significant times. You just got out of high school pretty much. You just sneezed and you was out. So a man absolutely needs his 20s to go through bumping his head. That doesn't mean get in a bunch of trouble, but he's going to bump his head because he has to find his way. Now,
Right.
by his 30s, now he may be closer to uh financially being able to maybe have a family. Some of the things that women will expect from a man, they automatically, and this is what pushes some of the age gap, dating, and all that out the window. And people argue that because a woman wants the security and all this other different stuff that a man in maybe his late 30s to 40s should be able to give them with comfortability. A man at the same, if he's the same age as you, unless you're willing to go through the rocky time with him.
Yeah.
Let's just say he is that man that's ready for family. He want to go there. If he take that leap of faith, go with him. Don't keep talking
Right.
about, oh, you ain't there or blah, 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 blah. You have to understand the age of a man because the 20s, that whole all them years of his 20s, that's a totally different thing than what a woman is through her 20s. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for a lot through your whole 20s because you carry life in you and you multiply everything we give you. That starts with words. Whether people understand it or not, it starts with the seed that is words. And this is why I don't like the whole Facebook thing a lot of times because it's a delusional place. You know how I know it's delusional? Because a lot of women, unfortunately, it's more women than men, from my experience, that think, I don't know if they think they're gonna change a man, they're gonna outduel a man with their mouth. But as long as you behind your phone or them keys or whatever you typing from behind, ma'am, your words ain't gonna beat a man. You sound like if we removed all of that, you would be willing to stand toe to toe with a man and beat him in the fist. You know you're not doing it. So the, the arguing and all that stuff needs to stop because a lot of these women are upset at the topics that we're not. See, this is a new. I used to have an issue with millennials for a little bit, but then I had to stop and I watched them. I said, these millennials, they not afraid of being told. They not going for what we went for
Hey,
when we was taught all
hey,
stuff, and
can I tell you something?
now we find out that
You a
it's
millennial.
wasn't even taught right. These millennials ain't going for that. So because the millennials ain't going for that, and they holding us accountable, everybody that's on this thing right now, I believe probably about the same age. These millennials are holding us accountable for what we teach. That's why we
True.
teach how.
We're millennials. You do realize that, right?
How old are you? Because I'm
I'm
41.
I'm 41.
I
Yeah.
missed. You miss you if, unless you got it. We missed it by 1 year.
No.
By the numbers, we missed it by 1 year. We're not
Who
millennial.
is
If you're
who
41
is that?
already,
CeeLo. CeeLo. Who is CeeLo? Talking about why would the Bible recommend bread? We know bread is unhealthy to
oh,
human.
man, stop it.
Man,
What
get
do
off
that
my
have to do with the conversation?
come on, man, get up off
Straight up distraction,
get
man.
up off my live, bro.
But
Talking that crazy.
anyway, this is why me and Ty talk how we talk online, and then it gets misconstrued because you don't see my face online, but somebody will say, "Oh, you mad? You in your feelings?" No, I'm not. You're not sitting
Yeah,
there.
man, y'all about to get blocked. Keep
You
going
may
the way I'm about to block some
you
people.
may be upset about the fact that we bold enough to tackle the topics we talking, but at the end of the day, if one or two people get it and understand and put in the work, that's all that matters to me. Because enough of us have made the mistakes to where we got the courage to teach and tell our testimony. I want to
Correct.
see a lot of young people be better than me. I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about giving people the knowledge because
Right.
what did Christ do? Christ was 33 years old, walked this earth. I mean, he was teaching and preaching for years. Why? Because he was full of so much knowledge and knew his time was coming nigh. It's the same thing with men here now. When we are full of our experiences from our life and we get into them closer to them 40s, oh yeah, we're gonna yearn for family because our children and our wife are our first disciples. That
Mm-hmm.
starts with our words. And I'm gonna say this, Shonda, I believe that regardless of what time we live in, the ones who actually know the law and know the word, we need to be the one that carry the torch and still do it the way God said do it. So there's this still, I have twin girls. They're going to, I'm praying to God they allow me to be a part of that court process because they're going to understand what real marriage is. If I ask the question to many people what real marriage is, they probably couldn't tell me. They'll talk about a wedding and all this stuff. No, a marriage is an exchange from a father that's bringing his daughter to a father that's waiting on his daughter. Then I look at that man and say, son, I trust you to take it over from here because I've already vetted you and I know that you're just like me. That's what that is.
Correct.
But if
Come
you
on
go
now.
do all this, but if you go do all this, date them all, then try to bring him to daddy, where did daddy get the approval? And now you want me to walk you down the aisle, and when him asks who gives this daughter, I'm supposed to say, I'm supposed to literally lie. Am I supposed to lie and say I give her? Because if I don't approve, I'm not giving her. That's gonna be
Right.
something
You're
they
not
do.
supposed to. You're not
That's
supposed to give her.
Mm-mm.
so this is the danger of letting voices in and whispers in, because we saw what the serpent did to Eve. It started
Right.
with that seed. Because he told her, not, he didn't say y'all, he said you will be as a God. Now speed that up and correlate it to 2022. Yeah, it's y'all, whether you subscribe to it or not. The world would love to continue to tell you that you're a diva, a goddess, and everything else to try to be equal with us. And that forfeits your protection. Because if we were gods, then we ain't nobody. If I'm with a diva, what am I? we don't need cute words, and we just stick to the word. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we don't need to use cute words if we just stick to it. We got too many people in this world self-exalting themselves to feel good because they're speaking to the same ego that the serpent spoke to an Eve. It
Mm-hmm.
started with words. That's why you don't waste your time just entertaining everybody because they drop seeds in you. So I was
Right.
feeling what Thomasina was here saying a little bit, but this is where I push back on that. It's dangerous to risk it.
It
So
is.
discretion is advised.
Like I said, all that dating, dating them all is not an option. It shouldn't even be an option if you're seriously dating with intent. I don't see an issue with entertaining maybe at most two people, but entertaining multiple people, for one, who has the time for that?
Facts. Facts.
Exactly.
Like, who has the time to entertain multiple people? Who has the time to, because like you said, fathers are no longer as active in the courtship process as they were before. So who has the time to vet multiple people and to see, okay, go on all these multiple, have all these multiple interactions to see if you are compatible, if you do have the same belief systems, if, excuse me, y'all, if you do have the same moral codes. I just don't, I don't have time. I don't know anybody who does.
Well,
Right.
yeah, I know, I
So
know, I know mugs that they do. They spend their whole day figuring out how they gonna spend me. No, for real, they figure out they spend their whole day how they gonna spend it. Well, when I wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna go to the Asian shop and see what type of wig I want. Then I'm gonna go over here to the boutique. I'm gonna see what type of dress I want because I know around noon Tyrone gonna be calling talk about, can I take you to Applebee's, get the 2 for $20? And yeah, girl, I'm gonna get the 2 for $20. And then after I get through with Tyrone, seeing Tyrone on home, probably around 4 or 5, my stomach be back growling again. So I'm gonna want me a little dinner. And so Bill, he gonna come through. And Big Daddy Bill, he gonna probably take me to the little barbecue place. So I gotta have an outfit for that girl. They thinking of ways of how they gonna spend niggas.
See, you talking about them gold diggers.
He got me
You
weak.
ain't talking. I'm
I
gonna be
mean,
real.
not
You
just
talking
that,
about
they out
gold
here.
diggers.
They out
gold
here.
diggers. These sound like people who spend their life figuring out how to scam folks.
That's what I'm saying. They spend
Right.
niggas. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Oh
like
my gosh.
why are we aligning ourselves with scammers?
Right.
I'm just
Like
saying
I was
they
saying
all out here. They
earlier,
all
if
out here.
you know more than one woman who's sleeping with 10 men a month, she's a whore and
Gee.
you're a whoremonger.
Because I know
Woo.
her. Because I know her. I'm a hormone. Come on,
Why
child.
are you
Stop that.
aligning yourself
Stop
with
that.
her? Why do you know
Okay.
more than one woman who has
Pause.
that type
Pause.
of disposition?
Because that's
Pause.
how men are.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you.
Let's set
That's
the
how
stage.
some. Let me correct it. That's how some men are. I'm not gonna say all of them. That don't mean he slept with all of them. It just means he knows them.
Right.
And
That's
I
all I'm
and
saying.
I
If
can
I
understand.
know
And,
them.
and,
It's
and,
like women.
just
It's just like
like you say,
women.
birds of a feather flock together. If he surrounds himself with that
Oh
type
my
of
god.
woman,
Oh
what
my
does that speak about him as a person? What does it
Chanda.
say about
But
his
it's
character?
women that know men that has had multiple women. So that makes
Thank you.
her the bad, the same as them.
I'm saying we just know them. It don't mean I'm hanging around them. Like if
That's what
somebody
I'm
say,
saying. That's what I'm saying. If you hanging around, I said that if you are surrounding yourself with them, hanging with them,
nah, but that ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying I know them. Like I know men that tell me, hey, bro, you know such and such who we graduated with years ago, blah blah blah. She with this nigga, she with that nigga. I'm like, oh, okay, because I went to school with them. It don't mean that we buddy buddy.
okay,
We
I
hang.
get what you're saying.
That's what I was
Yeah,
trying to say
I
earlier.
know some male, I know some man whores. I know them. I
Yeah,
don't hang with them.
right.
I
That's what
don't make them my friends.
yeah,
I
we know
just be
them.
like,
That
ooh,
that's what he's saying. Just because he knows some horse,
Yeah,
don't mean that they're his friends.
right,
That-
right,
because
right.
otherwise that's an issue. That
Cause
speaks on
you
his
said
character.
that earlier, and I'm like, how did that make me bad? Because I know him. You said that earlier. And I'm like, how she?
See, when I say I know somebody, I'm when I say I know people like that, I'm speaking about my immediate circle.
Oh, you hang around, Pete. That's what you saying. You
Right. When I say I don't know everybody, I know stories about some people. I
yeah,
know of some people. People I know aren't those people. I don't know those people. I know
right.
of those people.
No, I don't have
right.
people in my circle either that's just knocking down women, haphazardly or knocking down men all the time. No, I don't know nobody in my circle like that anyway.
So yeah, that's what I was speaking on. If that's your circle, then what type of person are you? You can't stand upright and speak down on people that you hang
Hanging with.
around, or that
Right.
in some cases that you're actually sleeping with.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm.
it kills me. Like when you're sleeping with somebody, but you call them easy or a whore or any of those negative things or scallywag and things like that. You can't rightfully call them these things because you're just as much that as they are.
Right. A scallywag maker, right.
Right.
Or a slut maker, in the words of Jesse, a slut maker. Yeah,
Fact.
yeah. I mean,
Okay,
absolutely.
I'm gonna say what I was taught with that one.
Okay,
If
go
she
ahead.
easy, the woman represents the man, right? So if and he represents her, vice versa. So if she easy, that makes you easy. If she a hoe, that make you a hoe, right?
I
I
mean,
mean, come on. Women
It's
are a
there is a
reflector
a
of the
certain
little
man
bit of
as
a
well
difference,
as
though.
the man is the reflector of the woman.
It's a little bit of a difference, though. It's a little bit of a
No, it ain't.
difference between
No, it
men and
ain't.
women.
Because if I'm popping every man that I'd have met, and he popping everybody he'd met, we doing the same thing.
I mean, 9 times out of 10, they interacting because their spirits are attracted to each other anyway. That's the whole issue.
Exactly.
That's usually what happens. That's why they say, you are what you attract. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times that's the first, exposure. So then if you really on point in any area, you're gonna stop to work on yourself. You're gonna say,
And
okay,
that's what you're
that,
supposed to
that ain't
do.
the way
But
I want to be. I know this, that other, but that ain't the way I want to be. I know I don't want to be that way. So then you pull yourself away from everything, you heal, and then you come
mm-hmm.
back whole so that it's nobody's responsibility for your cup to overflow or for you to heal or for you to be happy. You come to the
Right,
thing as a complete person so that because ultimately if you actually be together, you're going to have children and they got to see the best versions of you so that they can splice that into something even greater. They got to see the best of you.
right.
You're going to give them the weaknesses and the strengths of you, but you definitely can keep pushing the
You
best
want
of
to amplify the strength.
facts, facts. And that's why I
Fact.
tell people all the time, we got all this know the
What
assignment.
did he say earlier? Eat the fish and throw away the bone?
Yes, yes, that boy was on point.
Right.
That boy on point. I'm telling y'all, if y'all ain't finished that, he released the interview today that he did with his father who was born in the 50s, I believe. So he did
Mhm.
an interview with him talking about dating in the 60s and the 70s. He's still trying to search for somebody to interview about dating in the 30s. The interview was on point. I gotta go finish the rest, but man, this brother, man, when I tell you, I'm gonna tell you, I tell people all the time, you cannot knock people who have actually went through a marriage either. See, there's a saying, oh, if you married and failed, blah, 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 blah. In this day and time,
It's
and
still a lesson to be learned.
yeah, in this day and time, and them saying no fault divorce, people could just wake up and want to end it. So that's not on you. So the only part that you can really put on yourself is choice. You can look back and reflect and maybe say choice, but because they've made it easy for people to leave so they can make money off you leaving,
Right.
that's the thing. Just like people don't understand the reason why they let gays get married. Who cares about the nastiness or whatever you want to think or imagine? It's about money. It's about money.
Mm-hmm.
The marriage license
Mm-hmm.
is a. I was listening to a guy earlier and I shared it on my page because I didn't want to forget it and I wanted people to listen to it. The guy said they use the whole people. What's the building where they do the stocks and bonds? But he said they use the whole people in the basement. Then they used to bring the slaves up, and instead of
Oh
selling
yeah,
stocks,
Wall
they were
Street.
auctioning off us. So now you would speed that up to today in some form or fashion. That's always something still happening under the sun. So
Right.
now the marriage license attached everything. You go to the thing and you say, number one, where's that biblical? You're gonna go in there and get permission
It's not.
from you're gonna go in there and get permission from the God, the state, the government, the court, their
Mm-hmm.
banker. You're gonna ask them for permission to get married, which God ain't nowhere in there because you don't need nobody's outside permission outside of God. You're either called or not. The man has the choice, the woman has a choice to accept. But you're gonna go into a court, ask for permission, then pay. They're making it an investment on you getting that certificate because that certificate's going to be tied to them saying you can get married. Now you're married, it don't work. You get a divorce. You got to ask to get that first. That too. So you ask to get
Right.
married, ask to get divorced, and they're looking and say, "Oh, y'all had children? Yeah, we'll grant you the divorce because you got birth certificates, and we're gonna put somebody on child support." But this is what women believe: it's to help the child. No, they used you and you never understood. Now, granted, a man should take care of his children, but it's deeper than what people even understand. That birth certificate is a bond. The man is going to be taxed for every head in his house. So you're going to work and you're working, woman going to work and she working. Obviously, y'all gonna pay taxes, but your children ain't old enough and mature enough. That bond ain't old enough and mature yet. So you're gonna pay those taxes too. They're gonna put that on the father. They hope to cripple him financially. Now our women are left unprotected. This is why we got to stay together, man. This is why. And it starts with the words just sitting across from somebody. Hey, you cute. Oh my God, you so really? It starts right there.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't even understand it. But years down the line, by the time you're going through a divorce, now this person, either one or both of y'all got teachable moments, and now y'all running everywhere trying to teach and warn everybody because you learned something. So for everybody to say, "Oh, I'm not gonna listen to nobody," they ain't been married 20 years. Sometimes them people just are maintaining. The people who actually went through the divorce, they know the truth about what's going on. So I've learned,
Right.
I've learned you sit everybody down and you interview everybody, you get as much information as you can get. Because 9 out of 10, when you're a man that's been through divorce like me, I'm gonna tell you all the good, bad, and ugly. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna wrap it up clean for you. I'm gonna let you know real talk that if I'm back with what I've went through, now I know how to choose better because my parents didn't raise me. My grandparents stood up to that. I was the way I grew up, I was always learning things on the fly because I didn't want to pressure my grandparents. They didn't give me my license. I did that on my own. Y'all don't got to do that. That ain't y'all responsibility. I went to college and I did loans myself. Y'all ain't got to do that. That ain't y'all responsibility. I kept doing things on the fly, including pick a wife. Now you have all the other stuff. So now I got to find a way to be there for my children in another way, trust God, because all I can do is pray. I don't have control.
Right.
But most women who finally feel that pressure, "Oh, be a father. I need you to be here." But you at work. You want child support, so I'm at work. I'm never going to have control anyway because they're in your custody. You're the guardian. So unless you're telling me everything that's going on and you're calling me every time and saying, "Before I make any decision, I called you. Boom, I called you. Boom, I called you." Unless it's that, I'm really not a father by your movements. And that's a lot of what's going on. And that's what the devil wants. And we got to think about, see, men, 9 out of 10, if we really want y'all, while y'all going through all that wedding stuff and y'all happy and y'all blissful, we thinking about all this stuff down the line. Y'all on the way. Y'all on the cute stuff. Y'all on the dress. Y'all on this. And most get after that day, it's like, what's next? It's time to be a wife. It's time to be a wife and a husband. At that point, it's time to really be a wife and a husband. And most just don't know what to do because they didn't talk enough. They didn't talk enough.
Right.
They didn't get to the bottom of what people's real intentions were. We got to get to a place where the father can see a man and say, son, what's your intentions for my daughter? What he's
Exactly.
asking, what he's asking is probably what you probably never asked because you were so happy about the dates and the flowers and everything else. He probably even got the cookies. But you never said what direction is God putting on your heart to take us? Because now you laying something on him to have to admit what he wants from you. That's what a father
Right.
there for. Just in case you missed that, that's what a father there for. What are your intentions? Or in other words, what is the direction that you taking my daughter in? Because I'm gonna get in Shonda's ear. I'm gonna get in baby girl ear. I ain't gonna let you just take her.
Right.
You know
You're
what
not
I'm
supposed to.
saying? Exactly. But see, we in this generation where it's just like, do as you will, just do it, just do what you want. That's a dangerous thing, man. It's my body.
Extremely dangerous.
I can do what I want. It's my body. Well, once you a child gets let in your body, it ain't yours no more. And I'm gonna tell you
Nope.
something. For all the women, as soon as they get a man's seed in them, that's my baby. You acting like a tyrant because that's his child.
It's our baby, not mine. Ours.
Exactly. So we just I'm gonna tell you, getting a woman pregnant or marrying her, that's gonna show you her real face as a man, coming from a man's angle. You got men out here that think I'm gonna get her pregnant. But see, if you don't know what face coming off, what mask coming off, you brother, you probably a lot of times getting her pregnant also seals the end of your relationship because she literally got the bag. she could do whatever from that point.
That,
So
that
you
that's
so you
very
gotta
true,
believe.
and I don't understand that. I've never understood that. Like, as soon as my boys, all but my oldest, he wanted to stay with me, but I shipped my boys off to their daddy as soon as they was a certain age. Like, it's time for y'all to be with y'all daddy. It's things that I can't teach you. And I
Right.
miss my boys. I miss them because they dad was in Indianapolis. I'm here in Gary. And 2 hours ain't a lot, but it's a lot. And I miss my boys. I wanted to bring them home every day. I'd be like, y'all want to come home? But I knew that being
I
with their
commend you.
father is what they needed.
I
Yep,
commend you for that.
that's what they needed.
I
Absolutely.
commend you for that. I really do. I commend you for
And
Agreed.
it's a lot of women who are because I mean, if we gonna speak in reality, it's men out here who drop seeds and keep walking.
Right.
And then it's men out here who are being kept from their children for no other reason than selfishness.
Mhm.
True.
And I don't understand that. If he's if he's a decent enough man for you to have laid with and y'all and it just didn't work, and that happens. Sometimes it just don't work. Y'all don't grow in the same direction. But why are you keeping him from his kids? Why are you keeping him from his children? There's no reason for that. Unless he was going upside your head and the kids' head. Ain't no reason to keep him from his children.
Ty, did we have this conversation earlier?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She making points. I mean, here go questions I be having with the ladies. Why are you keeping sex from your man? Do not
Oh
withhold
Lord.
the punani from your man. Well, he didn't treat me the way I wanted to be treated, so he's not gonna get none of this nookie.
Oh, Miss Lashonda, where you go?
I
Did she
guess
leave the only female on
bat-
her?
battery
I
went out.
think she dropped. She probably coming back.
Yeah, she probably be back.
think
Okay.
so- I think something was going on up.
Women that
There she
I
go.
think that's real selfish because I ain't gonna lie. If women are anything like I know a lot of women are, women be just nymphomatic as men. I'm sorry. So for her to be holding out, the question is there a toy or another male? What is it? Because
Facts.
she can't
Roses
hold
on
out that
Bloom.
much for real. Oops,
Roses
I
on
wasn't supposed
Bloom.
Yeah,
to,
facts.
I wasn't supposed to say that, was I? I'm gonna
Huh?
be quiet. I
Uh,
wasn't supposed to say that. I'm gonna be quiet.
my,
No, dog. Roses are in bloom.
my whole opinion on that issue is unless there's a medical condition or like your cycle is running or these are
Facts.
legitimate reasons.
Yeah.
Outside of those legitimate reasons, I don't
But
see.
still, a woman, even when she on her cycle, did you not know that a woman's still supposed to please her man if he is in the mood?
Well, that's not that the scriptures.
I ain't say see, I knew you was gonna go there.
The
A
scriptures
woman can
say,
please her man without being
well,
sexually active in
okay,
that
yeah,
way.
yeah, okay, yeah. I didn't hear you. You on point. Yeah.
She's
But me as a
she
man, I
because
wouldn't even
that's
That-
want to.
her
I wouldn't even
man,
want
her
to mess with her
husband.
though.
my
I
bad.
wouldn't
You
She's
even
right.
mess
still
with her.
she's still supposed to attend to her husband.
Yeah, but I
Unless
wouldn't
you
even
gonna
want to
give
mess with her.
a concubine.
Right. I get.
See,
I tell her, go, hey girl, keep going, cleanse for them 7 days, and after them 7 days, well, we can do
Fact.
that. We can do that. You know what I'm saying? Go and cleanse
no,
yourself.
there's other way. She don't have to vagina penis thing. Come on now,
I already
mind your
know.
business.
I already know.
It don't have to be that. Well, don't ask me for a real answer with a real question because I'm gonna be honest.
I
Right.
mean, that's all. That's all we do here on this podcast. See, y'all
Okay,
ain't never came on a
I was
podcast before.
speaking strictly vaginal intercourse. So
Yeah,
But if in the Bible, she still has to please her husband, unless you giving him permission to go out here and get somebody else.
she got a slob on that knob.
Well,
why is my
Oh
cousin?
my God! See, did you really have to go? I shouldn't even say nothing. I'm gonna be quiet for the rest
Oh,
of the night.
we
I'm
got
done.
danger, man. We got danger in the building. Say something, danger.
Did you really have to go?
Oh, danger. It ain't working out for you, danger. Yeah, danger. You still got to work on that phone, danger. You got to work on that phone. It ain't working out for you. Yeah,
I'm done.
But yeah, yeah, it's no legitimate reason outside of health for a woman to withhold, and unless it was a conversation had, like if you have an agreement that like on Wednesdays we just not gonna do that,
fact.
and then you come
Okay.
the very next Wednesday and I'm like, "Did we discuss this?" Like that's different.
Facts.
If you agree to something, I expect you to hold up your end of the bargain. But outside of that, it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
people getting they get too emotional and stuff. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Oh man, I done been in so many crazy situationships and relationships with women that when they get in their feelings, they don't want to do certain things. Like, wow, all right, okay.
What happened to not going to bed angry?
Wow,
Thank you. Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth.
nobody under that no more.
If you're not going to bed angry, I know if you raised to be not angry.
Facts.
See, that's all I'm saying.
Ain't nobody honoring that no more.
Facts.
No, some people are, some people ain't. We ain't gonna say nobody.
I don't. I'm not. I refuse.
Thomasina, you honor that, Thomasina?
Yeah.
I honor it to the best of my ability.
Okay,
We doing something, doggone it. Something gonna change. You ain't going to bed mad, and we ain't sleeping in separate rooms. I ain't
Right.
buying it.
girl,
Right.
gone.
You want something
What?
to eat?
Oh, you dirty crook.
I'm about to
Are
go in
you
the kitchen.
home?
I'm about to go in the kitchen. You want some cookies and cream?
Like,
Nope, don't
girl,
even like cookies and cream. Nah. Now I'm
Well,
gonna fry some chicken. Do you want some chicken?
girl, you better stop and put some mashed potatoes on that plate. Quit playing.
See,
right.
that's all I'm saying.
Put some
We gonna
sweet
find
peas.
something gonna make us laugh. We gonna get over it. We gonna apologize, and if we feel like it at that moment, we gonna do some things and go to sleep happy.
Yeah,
Right.
hey, Dwayne, you
And if
see how
you
she
try to
said?
sleep on the couch, you might as well scoot over because I'm getting my big butt on the couch with you.
You see what she said, Dwayne? She said, we gonna apologize. You know what I'm saying? It could have been all you. Anyway.
No, it's supposed to be us. If I'm in a relationship, it's supposed to be us. It's not me. It's not all me,
You
me,
know
me, me,
what?
me. And
Mm,
I'm so sick and tired of selfish women. I'm sick and tired of selfish men.
Facts.
That's just ignorant to me. Why is you so selfish?
Thomas
Was you
saying,
not taught to share? care, love each other.
I'm seeing something with you, Thomasina. You sounded good, Thomasina, but
Be quiet.
you gotta realize some things. Men are different in certain areas of the relationship, and those things must be kept separate.
Okay. And that's why there's this one rule. If your man do not understand and don't know, then it's your place, as since you love him so much unconditionally, teach him how to love. Same thing with a woman
You gonna
when
teach a
it comes
man how to
from a
love?
man. You telling me a woman can't love a man enough to teach him, to show him how to love?
Ooh, that's another show for another podcast.
All right, then I told you you didn't want this conversation with me.
Do you want that conversation with me?
Bring it to the table. I'm never scared. I told you that.
Women does not really have love until a man give them love.
Okay, then how do we nourish? How do we care for people? How do we be there
Okay, you hear what I
unconditionally?
said? Until men give them love. When you have a baby, that's when a lot of
Okay,
women know how to
guess
love.
what? That love started at home with mommy and daddy.
It should
I'm
have.
grown. Mommy and daddy not here no more. So that's on me now. I have to love. That's my choice now. Whether I'm gonna love, care, honor that man, respect that man, submit to that man, and cherish that man through his good, his bad, his ups, his downs, all of that. That's a woman's choice, just like it's a man's choice.
A
But
woman's
people
choice,
say
a woman's choice to do what? I don't know
honor,
what
love, submit.
I don't know what synergy talking about. I don't know what he talking about. Honor, love, submit. Okay, I'm listening right now. I'm gathering data. Keep going.
Oh my goodness.
Keep going. I'm listening.
It's people's choice. People are choosing not to love. People are choosing not to commit. People are choosing not to submit. They're choosing not to. So yes, generation after generation, they holding curses. Break the curse. It's a curse for us not to love each other. It's breaking up homes. That's why women out here, oh, I'm raising my kids by myself. This, that, and other. Girl, get a life. You didn't have to. You chose to.
Mm,
You didn't
mm.
have to. You chose to. You could have settled down, became a decent woman, found and let a decent man find you, because the Bible says he that finds the wife finds a good thing. But women don't. Women are not trying to be the good thing. Some women, I ain't gonna say all women, before somebody get on here talking stuff. Some women are not trying to be good thing, and some men are not ready to be husbands. Let's
So,
just keep it real.
all right, then let's go here. Okay, since you chose to love, since you there. Well, me and you, we already had this conversation because I already had this conversation with you. I wanted to know why you don't have a man. You said you choosing to work on yourself right now, right?
Exactly. Yes,
Okay,
because I know where I flawed. I love too hard. I have to learn to bring it back some,
okay, stop right
because
there. We didn't have that conversation. You said you love too hard. Explain,
I'm just
explain.
gonna keep it real. This is what I analyzed about myself. I don't need nobody else to come telling me, "Oh, you giving too much. You weren't supposed to give that much." So I wasn't supposed to be there 100%. I wasn't supposed to be there in understanding, loyal, faithful. I wasn't supposed to do none of that. I was just supposed to be with you today and him tomorrow. That's what I was supposed to do. But because I was not that type of female, yes, I got my heart broken. Yes, I got stepped on. Yes, I got talked about. Yes, I got dogged out. A lot of stuff. But that did not change me. That just means, Thomasina, slow your roll, because that's before my husband to come was not worthy of me. That means I learned my worth. I learned who I am. And if a man cannot give me 100 like I'm giving him, and I ain't talking about him being the protector, because that's not my job. That's his job. He's the head of the household. I'm his backbone. And the children, they follow me because I'm following him and he's following God.
You his backbone.
Of course, I'm his backbone. If he falls, I better help him up. He don't need to go home to mommy and daddy. I'm his wife. That's my job, to stand by his side and help him.
You just said what I was about to say. You on the side of him. You
Yeah,
I
not
you
mean,
said
yeah,
first you said backbone, now you said side.
his
okay.
backbone.
The
His
word might
backbone.
be wrong, Ty.
it-
Okay, my wording might be wrong, but you understood what I'm saying.
Not when
I
you said the
supposed to be
backbone, when
there.
you said the backbone, you threw me off. But when you said the side, I was right there with you.
right.
That's what I'm saying. He don't need to go home to mommy and daddy. That's my job as his wife. To I'm submitted to him. He submitted to me. We are one. I
It's
uplift him when
it's
he feeling
crazy
down and emotional.
trying to love somebody to death. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean by that synergy.
What he say? I didn't hear him.
He said there's some crazies out here. Ain't nobody trying to love somebody to death. I mean, I'm just going just off of what we talking about pure love. Uh,
People,
just just my experiences, just my experiences let me know that women don't really have that love, you know what I'm saying, that you really need until you give it to them. Let me see. It's a whole different situation out here in the wild. It ain't like the old school days. Right. I give you that. It ain't like the old school days.
Yeah, we know that. We already know that.
trust me, we all agree it's not old school love out here no more.
No,
Facts.
not at all. I mean, I'm just saying it's just when we using the word game, we've been using the word game a lot here tonight, and that's just what it is. A lot of games going on in this dating and relationship situation. I mean, seriously, like
And it's
I look
true.
at,
It
I
is.
look at Will and Jada. Ain't no love. That ain't no love there. I look at DJ
Woo.
Envy here. It ain't no love there. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be like we should be able to look at people's relationship from afar off and be like, okay, that's some real deal type love. And I ain't really seen that yet. I probably done seen it in some couples. I can't think of their name off the top, but I'm telling you, when that woman
One
had
I
that
can think
baby,
of one.
when that woman had that baby, that's when she like, oh my God, I never knew a love like this.
Yeah,
I'm love.
that's usually the deepest love that she first learns. That's why you see so many that are willing to give up the man because they got the child. It's like that really is the deepest love that they out the gate get to first. That's why that man can feel typically men can feel on the outside looking in, depending on who he with. Now, I do agree with Thomasina that, but you have to build a lot of equity with a person. You have to build up some credit with a person to where I tell people the way God showed me was a car and the significance of the fact that it's not two drivers. There is literally a driver's side for a reason, and there's a passenger side for a reason because somebody's always the navigator, someone's always the driver. Now, I am of the belief that based off how well she navigates, if there's ever a time there has to be a flipping, because of what you taught each other and what you know of each other and your connection, you can do each other's role, but she gonna be a star in her role. You gonna be a star in your role. But if she had to jump over here and drive for whatever reason, meaning lead because I may be down, she can do it because my whole purpose of life is to, in the case of my death, I've left her all the game.
Thank you.
She ain't got to figure out how to bury me. Oh, he died, and I got all the stress of trying to get these bills and how to bury him. Now, he gonna be in order because he taught her the game and he left something behind. The scriptures call it a just man, to the
Mm-hmm.
point where it's spreading all the way to your grandchildren, great children. It's spreading to your children's children because that man literally had his house in order. So because he taught her the game, but see, this is why people have to understand that, like the Holy Ghost and Christ operate together, how the he sends the spirit out of his name. That's how the
Mm-hmm.
spirit comforts us. That's how he
Right.
speaks to us. If the spirit will be with you, but if you never utilize it, it ain't gonna say nothing. It's
Nope.
the same thing with a wife. If you're gonna sit up there and you never reach back and, hey, father, what you think about your children? Hey, husband, what you think about this? You're not gonna get what you need because the world has told you equal to him. You can end the relationship whenever you want. Y'all the same. But we know that's not true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then it has this inner battle which what Ty talked about all the time, sleeping with the enemy, because it's a war
Mm-hmm.
right in your bed. Forget Ukraine.
Yep.
It's a war right in your bed. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things that we got to figure out, because what a woman has to understand is she's going to find her fulfillment through the man the way the church finds its fulfillment through the Lord. It's
Right.
the same. It mirrors. It's the same until we really, really see. When people talk that talk, I just look, because if you really, if a woman really, really got that, she gonna close off voices. Meaning,
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in my family. I understand. I grew up with mom and daddy, grandma, whatever.
Right.
But the scripture said you left them as a man to go get your wife. So that
Right.
means that, yes, that season of parent, just like me, my oldest is 10 years old, but I understand that in a few years, when they are leaving the house, my parenting season is over. I shift and
Right.
transition to an advisor now, because they're about to create a family that's going to be way greater than what they came from, being me.
And that's
So
how it's supposed to be.
exactly. So those are the type of things we got to understand, because it's like by the time children leave the house, if that mother and that man is still there, it's like y'all got to start back over from square one, trying to fight for the relationship because y'all didn't do something right. But if it's
Mm-hmm.
actually on point, y'all just go right like it's nothing happened. Y'all dating, y'all bonding, y'all get closer and closer because y'all completed the assignment. Now y'all working on something else.
Right.
So for me, that's just the biggest thing, is just that love thing. God commands us men to do it because it's in us. That's why we
Mm-hmm.
come in with all our resources. But if you gather around the world a little bit, I mean, really scrutinize that thing and interview that thing, there's more women talking about mine, mine, mine. That's why dudes don't care if you got degrees. We don't care if you got money, because we believe that you ain't going to invest it all into us anyway. Not the way we do. And
Facts.
we could go in court when the relationship over, and they going to split our stuff in half or deeper. So
Mm-hmm.
when women start bringing 100 that way to the man, the way he doing, then you'll start maybe hearing men say, "Oh man, you got a degree? Okay, because the way it should work is, okay, I do this. How can your degree help me? Because it's purpose linking up with you." This is
Right.
another thing that I love. Will McCraven said. He said, "Where do we get off thinking a woman ain't supposed to work when we miss the whole thing? She's our help me. So what are you helping with? You're helping with the load. So you have work to do." But a lot of women think that they just come along for the ride and be given this fantasy and this experience and this Walt Disney, while the man just go off and make all the break. No, that's not how they go. You
Nope.
have to understand your spiritual purpose, and both of you
Mm-hmm.
work together.
Yep.
Yo, D Train, say something. No, man, I ain't hearing nothing. D Train.
He's still messing up.
Yeah, I don't know. I seen him mute his mic, and then he unmuted his mic, so I'm thinking he getting ready to say something. D Train, say something. Yeah, man. I mean that's just what it is, man. Is that like for real? Like this thing, I don't know. This thing is deep. Spiritual purpose, yes, sir. Synergy, yes, sir. This thing is spiritual, man. You know what I'm saying?
Very.
Mugs think we be trying to degrade somebody, but like, no, like this is real deal. If you really truly love somebody, and really you gotta really understand what love is, man. Some people don't know. Some people don't know, man. They think love is, well, I felt this is the feeling that I had when he walked into the room. Like, man, that ain't love, man. That's come on, man. That's just your emotions.
Energy.
Yeah, there ain't no love. Talk about some. Well, my nipples got hard when he walked in the room. Like, well,
That's
shoot,
because your butt was horny.
shoot, my dick got hard when she walked in the room, but I don't love that chick. So I mean, hey,
That's because your butt was horny.
that's
Let's be
yeah,
real.
that's all it was. That's all it was.
That's all it was.
A lot of people are missing out on the spiritual side of marriage. Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, it totally is spiritual. It really is very spiritual, and people not. People not recognizing that because they are allowing social media, they're allowing all these other outside influences to be involved in what they got going on. And that's
And
the
you're not
problem.
supposed to.
Right. When we turn off social media and we turn off reality TV, when we turn off what these other celebrities is doing in their marriage, allowing they little boy girl to kiss other boy girls on resurrection day, Sunday, you know what I'm saying? When we turn all that off and look ourselves in the mirror, what you got then?
You,
Come on, that's what I'm saying. Just go with what you got then. We turn all these other outside influences. Now what I got?
you, and if you got a husband or a wife, you got us.
Thomas saying you better get off them games and go on and get you a man because you know too much to be single.
That's probably the problem. I told you. I was told by older men, I intimidate them. Stop playing. I'm okay.
Where you date, that's all you date is older men.
No.
We'll get you a young one. That's what you might
Oh,
need.
hell. Oh, you made me curse.
You might need your young one to
You just made me curse. Ty, hush.
you know what I'm saying, a young
Nope.
one just to take you back down memory lane.
Uh-uh.
Back
Uh-uh.
down memory
That
lane.
situation I talked to you about earlier today is younger than me. Nope. I'm good.
Also, are we grouping? Are we grouping all young men together? Come on now, don't do that.
No.
Don't do
No,
that.
I'm not. I
Don't
just said no. That's why I say I done got out here in the world. I tried the world. Now it's me and God. Now what God sent me is a different story.
She said she didn't try the world. Now it's her and God. Okay. I mean, well, hey, we going back to the scripture. Acknowledge him, and he will what? Direct your path. So allow him to direct your path.
And that's what I allow. I don't have time to entertain demons. I don't want no sexually transmitted demon.
Come on now.
That mean
I'm with you on it.
I got to deal with all the other stuff that you'd have been through sexual because you just sexually transmitted demon me.
Come on now.
I got to deal with all your demons. I got to deal with demons from other people that you probably still sleeping with. If I touch you,
Oh, oh, we.
come on now.
Oh,
So no,
wait.
I'm good. I'm trust me, I'm good.
Now she trying to get deep. Now she trying to get deep on her brother.
I'm just being real. I told you you wasn't ready for me to come out the closet. I
I
was
wasn't
just
ready.
fine. Me, God, and prayers.
I wasn't ready for you to come out the closet. Come on out. Cause thing is, whether I'm ready or not, you helping a woman right now. Cause this is what the women need to hear. They need to hear realism. They need to hear facts. Not no, well, I think all women is this. I think all women need to have a day of pampering. I think all women need to just be loved by every man. I think all women need to no.
Every man ain't gonna love you because some men and some women are very toxic. They're not loving you. They're tapping into your toxicity that you're going through.
That's
So y'all get connected. And
that's
then, oh, this is love. No, it's not. That's why he going upside the head. Beat me, daddy. Oh, I love you, daddy. Smack me, daddy. Oh, I love you, daddy. I'm walking around with a black eye, but he loved me. I'm walking around with my belly stuck out, but he ain't with me. Come on now. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to go there, was I?
no. You go wherever you need to go, cause I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take you where you need to go if you ain't going. So it's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna
I'm
take
sorry,
you there.
but I'm just being real.
Yeah,
Women has to heal. Men has to heal. You cannot get into a relationship with somebody if you have not healed from the last somebody you were with.
facts,
Take
facts,
time to heal.
facts.
Develop everything that you need to know about you. What do you like? What do you want? What are you looking for? What is your desire?
What are you willing to compromise?
Exactly. What are you willing to give up? Because you're going to have to
Sacrifice.
give something up.
Yeah, we
I'm
can't be
sorry, everybody.
we can't be
Everybody
selfish.
don't want to give up something. Oh, I've been having too much fun in the club with the girls, but each one of your girlfriends that ran off and got married, and look at you,
Still single.
still single,
D
still
train,
mingling.
D train and came back. Say something, D train. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little tutorial from him. My bad. I was supposed to do a tutorial this weekend showing you how to do it on the phone. I'm about to do a little tutorial because yeah, it's 11 o'clock here. Time for me to hit that bed, lay it on down tonight. But
It's your
man,
11 o'clock here.
oh yeah, y'all on Central Standard? Okay, okay, y'all on Central Standard, man.
Hmm.
Shout out to Synergy, man. Synergy hanging out with us, man. I ain't got my horns tonight, but man, Synergy hanging out with us in the chat. That's what's up, man. You gonna have to come. You gonna have to come sit with us one time. Synergy come. Well, yeah, that's right. Synergy, we be back on Thursday spitting that poetry. It's not always about giving something up. Okay, it's not always about giving something up. What you mean by that, Synergy? Drop it in the chat. But yeah, man, it's like this thing is really deep. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper than what we even discussing. Because at the end of the day, man, it's all about it's all about excuse me, all about being 100. All about say yes, sir. Okay, okay, being 100 is all about reciprocation. Is all about the energy that you give. You know what I'm saying?
But
People get
but
upset when you
everybody don't.
people get upset when they give you certain energy and you get that energy back. I'm like, why you get upset?
Yeah, true.
This the energy that you gave me now. So we're gonna just return that favor and we're gonna keep it moving. Now, what you saying, Thomasine?
About which part?
Some of you had said something. I'm sorry. It's about
I was agreeing with you
it's about knowing each other and living free with balance, love, and respect. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
very much.
And especially that respect part. I really dig that respect part because that was a problem I had, the last pseudo relationship I was in is that the chick, this chick, oh my god, she was so toxic and diabolic. She just always wanted to try to correct something. I always want to try to challenge somebody about something. And so I used to always talk about respect a lot. And she was like, what's your definition of respect? Because every time you talk about somebody disrespect you, it don't sound like disrespect to me. Let me see. He says sometimes people think that you gotta be locked down in a relationship. Well, I mean, I don't know.
No.
You don't necessarily have to be locked down. I mean,
No.
the man don't necessarily have to be locked down in a relationship, but I'll say this: it's all about communication. I'm gonna say that. Now, what's your thoughts, Thomason?
You said man don't have to be locked down in a relationship.
No,
I
he
don't
said
think.
he said sometimes people think you got to be locked down in a relationship. What's your thoughts on that?
What do they mean by lockdown?
That's what I'm trying to understand because
Yeah, I'm trying to get
we
locked
because we
down.
all got relationships, and that ain't even touching romantic.
He said trapped.
Mm,
Why would he think? Why would he use trap for relationship?
Yeah.
That's kind of extreme.
right. How are you trapped? That's what I want to know. How?
No, no, come on, Synergy. Drop that knowledge on us. You sliding right now, Synergy. You was up there at 100, but right
Okay.
now you down at 50. So I need you to come on, get us back up to 100.
Hey, hey, Ty, put his other comment back up so I could put trapped in there where it said locked. Sometimes people think that you got to be trapped down in a relationship. I don't understand what he on.
Okay, he said you have to know one another. People are different.
So how's that trap?
He
I'm
said being locked down in a negative way. Smiley face.
I mean, we know we don't want to be in the negative side, but uh,
but that's part of what I was just saying about some women with these men that's abusing them and they accepting it. Now, if she feels trapped, she's gonna have to look in that mirror and tell herself this is not what she wants. This is not who she is. This is not what she deserves, and pull herself out of it. Because unless that person wants to change, they're not going to change, and they're going to
facts.
continue. I'm just saying.
That's
Mm.
on point.
we're gonna do a critique of you. One, we might have to do an impromptu show maybe on another Monday. We're gonna do a critique of you. What's your name? Thomasina. We had probably about a few months ago. We had a young lady named Stan Alive on here. We had to do a rundown on her, and she ain't been back since. Let me see. Knowing one another is not trapped or locked down. I'm lost like a mug, but hey. He said, knowing one another is not trapped or locked down. I don't know, man. Hey, hit the inbox. I'm gonna chop it up with Synergy tomorrow. I don't know. I'm lost. He got me lost over here. But if you hold on, if you live one another,
You
if
love.
you love one another, why should you feel trapped or locked down? You should feel free. Okay, let me see. Okay, I need to ask you a question, Synergy. Okay, are you saying free to mean like you might be in a relationship with one lady, but hey, you got some other ones over here you messing around with as well, and she messing around with other men. Is that what you getting that Synergy? Cause that's a whole nother podcast for a whole nother time. You know what I'm saying? We dipping off in other little spaces. Cause okay, yeah, he corrected the love part. Okay. But talking about love, that's a whole nother podcast for a whole nother time. Oh, that's scrutinized. Scrutinized in the house. Shout out to him. Oh, he said no. Okay, he said no. So that's not what he mean. All right.
Okay.
We give you about 1 more minute because I'm about to hit this bed in a minute. I gotta be good getting up. Gotta be getting up early.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to see because he got me like. Because I was gonna say communication is key, and that's what I'm saying. That's on a whole nother level. Communication is key. There are some men that can't handle polygamous relationships, and that need to be expressed before you even get to moving anywhere. Before you even let that woman hear the words, "Would you like soup or salad with that?" You know what I'm saying, with that chicken. You know what I'm saying. She needs to already know. She needs to already know that this man is polygamous. He don't want just me. He don't
Mm,
want just one.
facts.
If he don't want just one, he don't get the meal. Sorry. Oops.
Or if he don't just want Thomasina, he don't get the meal.
Facts.
Sorry. Okay. Now.
I see where you're going with that, but I'm gonna hold that off.
Hey, we keep it in the bucks. Hey, since you hanging with the big dogs tonight, hey, hang with us because you know what I'm saying. I love it when a woman is on board with us. You know what I'm saying. I love it because you never know. You
I'm
might
not
be
going to war because a lot of stuff I agree with, but then okay, if women into that polygamy stuff, then that's how they are. They don't mind sharing. That's them. I don't like sharing. I'm selfish. It's
the
my man from
term
the head, from the crown of his head to the sole of his feet.
The terms lockdown or trapped can feel negative in a marriage, but real love makes you feel free within your relationship to be you. Yeah. Oh, okay. I get it now. I get it. Man, hold on, man. Hold on, man. I was trying not to even pull them out, but let me pull him out. Ah, man, I get it now. I get it now, Synergy. I get it. I get it. Yeah, he had me lost for a minute, but hey, he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get me. Let me see. D Train, man, it's over with. D Train. D Train still trying to get on. I'm gonna do a video tomorrow. Remind me, D Train, tomorrow to do that video to where I can show you how to use that phone. Cause man, I want you to be on there this Thursday. I want you to be on. Man, shout out to everybody. Let them go. Let them go. Let them all go. Let them all go. Shout out to everybody. Yeah, Thomas said you might be the female co-host. Keep playing your cards right. You just might be one. But she said she don't share. I understand. I say that polygamy is for those men that number one got the resources, got the money for it, and they can handle it. Real love makes you feel content, satisfied. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. It fills you up. It fills you up to where you don't want. I'm gonna give Monique's testimony. Monique, she said when she first got with Sid, when she got with Sydney, y'all know Monique, the comedian, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She said when she first got with Sydney, she said she used to, mess around with a whole bunch of men. And she said that Sydney used to be the dude that she had talked to while she was cheating on her husband. Like while she'd be sleeping with other men, cheating on her husband, Sydney was one of the men that she used to sleep with. And so she said Sydney knew the game. So she said when they got married, she told him, she was like, hey, she like, there's still some more men out here I want to mess around with. I want to sleep with. Da, 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 da. He was like, hey, he said, I'm your friend. He said, you can do that. And so, but he also told her, hey, there's some women out here that I want to mess with. She said, hold on, player. Hold on. That wasn't part of the deal, player. But to make a story short, she was like, she said, you know what happened? She said that the fact that they were friends and they love for each other was so strong until she said that she hadn't had sex with nobody outside her marriage in over 10 years. And that interview she did was probably a couple years ago. So it's probably been about 12, 13 years since she didn't have sex outside anybody, because she said that they marriage filled each other up till they don't even want nobody around.
And that's how it's supposed to be, though.
Yeah.
Close to your love, feel me? But yeah, polygamy, that's a whole nother level though. It's a whole nother level, because polygamy is not just about love, it's about, I mean, the wealth, generational wealth as well. But I'm gonna ask
Hmm.
somebody to come on and speak about that polygamy. But man, shout out to everybody, let them go. All right, peeps, we out of here. I gotta go to bed. Hey, catch you all on Thursday. Peace. Be blessed.